Okay, so talking about rods, we have a stock 1.6 rod here, which weighs I hope you can see it, 511 grams without the nuts, which is not really that much, and without the bearings in it. And if you wanted to go for a high power turbo build, obviously you would look for a forged H-beam, or if you wanted to go for an even higher power build, an aluminum rod for drag racing, for example, or for high RPM applications. This rod would be around 460 grams with bolts. And there is another low budget option that we went for, and that was popular in many hot rod cars back in the well, about 20 years ago, and many people are still doing it in the US, and but the European people are, I don't know why, but they are, I don't know if they seem to be too good for this, but you can machine your rods at home, your stock rods, with just hand tools. Yes, this may seem very sketchy and very, well, kind of a hack job, but actually it's not that bad, because the overall balance is just coming from the rods being the same weight from one to another. So it does not matter much if you take away the weight unevenly within a few inches or whatever, or centimeters. It just has to be matched from the big end from one rod to another. For example, if I try to do the same work on this one, it has to weigh the same on this end and on this end than this one, and then the balance of the engine would be the same. You can obviously do that also with a crankshaft, but then the crankshaft has to be rebalanced as well, obviously, because the counterweights of the crankshafts are changing quite drastically. What we did here, we just ground off the rod and the, well, basically anything that was excessive weight. For example, on the 1.6 rods, you have those lumps here on every side. You can grind those completely off because they are just for balancing purposes. So they can be ground down from factory to balance out the rods. And also, if you can see that, there's some casting, that casting flash. I don't know if that's really the right term to say, but you can grind that down as well. And we also kind of did away with that big of a radius, and we took some material off of the small end and the big end as well. So we have a lot more material in general on the bearing cap and on the small end, because the reason for that is the rods on the 1.6 and 1.8 engines are the same. So you can basically take away quite a bit on the 1.6 rods or on the 1.6 engines, because the pistons are lighter by quite a big margin, and therefore the rods that would be capable of handling the stock 1.8 pistons at about, I don't know, 8,000 RPM or so, would be capable of the same thing with lighter piston if there was less material, or even with a lighter piston and the same material at a higher RPM, for example. Because where we took material away, especially on the bottom and on the top small end here, and we narrowed it down up here, which makes also for quite a bit more weight saving. And this is only the thing that supports the piston when pulling down. So the lighter the piston is, the less stress is going to be on that end, and this is why we were able to take away quite a bit of material there. Obviously, after grinding down that stuff with a grinder wheel, we also went over with a flap disc to smooth out the finish kind of, and then polish it over with a grinder or a die grinder and a polishing wheel. So it looks relatively good. It doesn't have to be a mirror finish or anything, because that doesn't really make much of a difference, but just get it to a finish where it is relatively smooth. The weight we saved by doing this is quite drastic. We went down from 511 grams to 458 grams, which is exactly the same weight that a aluminum collecting rod has. So this is basically the same weight as a drag racing aluminum con rod. Obviously it's not going to have the strength of that rod, but it is going to handle NA applications just fine, and yeah, going to be perfect for this. The nuts on the end are about 17 grams for both of them, so you could add that onto the stock rod. We saved in total about 65 to 70 grams. We are going to balance each and every rod within 1 gram of each other, so that the balance within the engine is kept the same as it was stock. And yeah, that's basically it for the rods. As I said, this is a technique that has been used by American hot rodders and is still used to this day by many people in the US and maybe in other countries that don't have as much money, and still is a reliable technique to gain, I don't know, about maybe let's say 5% more performance or more horsepower by just lightening the rotating assembly. We're also going to lighten the pistons, the crankshaft, and other things, doing other things to the block to improve performance.